Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another SLG Meetup. Happy Monday from sunny Miami. Now, today we're going to have a special guest that is doing something very unique. If we look into luxury lifestyle, there is different components that fit into it. But golf, definitely we could say is one of them. So he's the CEO of Live Like the Pros, which is the ultimate luxury golf experience. And he's going to tell you more about it. But definitely, I'm a golfer, so I love what they do. And it's such a unique thing. So looking forward to hear all he has to say about this, as well as the lifestyle that Miami has to offer, as he's also based in here. All right. Perfect. There he is. What's going on, Chris?
Good morning, Alvaro. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. What about yourself?
Well, it's been a pretty solid morning so far. Got a lot of my work knocked out, and just really appreciate the invitation and just taking some time to talk with you today.
Absolutely, and that's the way to start the week, right? Getting things done, getting that momentum, so that you can carry that throughout the week. Because you are where? In Brickell, right?
Yeah, we're right around the corner. Yeah, I'm in Brickell right now. Yeah, I'll look out and try to find you.
Right. Oh, fantastic. Well, thank you for joining us. And definitely, I was mentioning how unique what you guys are doing at Live Like the Pros is, because I mean, I love to golf, and in fact, I've been for a couple years in Dominican Republic, and I'm sure you're familiar with the Punta Espada golf course, which is the #1 in the Caribbean. And for me, it was just such a dream to be able to play golf there. That's what actually got me to play and to enjoy the beautiful nature that these courses have to offer, the unique experiences around it. And that's what you guys offer, correct? Is this all-inclusive experience? So tell us about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a similar story. I mean, I've been golfing since I was pretty young. Pretty much with Live Like the Pros, you're going on a luxury golf experience. Now, the reason why we put this together is because, you're living the life that most likely Jack Nicklaus, Phil Mickelson, Tiger Woods, it's, to replicate the professional golf experience. And that pretty much means, as you saw, like the private jets, the lavish dinners, that luxury lifestyle, being chauffeured from golf course to golf course. You get on the jet, you go to the next golf course, you play a round of 18, then you get on the jet, you go to the next golf course. So pretty much last year was the Florida Swing Invitational, the first ever Live Like the Pros tour. And what's super exciting is in November, we have another massive tour, and we're ending in Miami. So very exciting stuff coming up.
Wow. So how this idea got into fruition? One day you were like, damn, I want to live like one of those pros?
Well, I just got connected with a lot of great people, over the years. I've been doing social media marketing, and essentially I niched down to just primarily focus on golf courses, hotels, and restaurants, And so pretty much, I got connected with a lot of people at, Marriott, Ritz-Carlton, and then of course, met really great individual, and we pretty much put this together. It was definitely years in the making, but to obviously launch it, have a successful trip, and then, we have so many more trips coming up with, going through North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. And I mean, the scalability is definitely there. So it's pretty exciting. And obviously for true golf enthusiasts or, people that obviously, they don't want the pressure just to, go out and enjoy a luxury golf experience. That's kind of what we're tailoring this to is, that all-inclusive, luxury golf experience. So, it's going to be pretty exciting here, especially in a couple of weeks with the next tour.
Well, can't wait to see it. And do you need to come up with your own team or group, or you can just say, hey, I want to join for the next tour?
Right. I mean, it just depends on what you're looking for. We would obviously just do an in-person meeting or, a virtual call just to kind of figure out, what would suit you best, whether it's a group or individuals. Obviously we just kind of put together the logistics, and the planning it's pretty extensive. There's a lot that pulling off these kinds of experiences, but as you obviously know, there's, a lot of prior planning and preparation is, necessary, especially in the luxury space.
Tell me about how you promote this. How do you sell this experience? Because you obviously come from a digital marketing background. I can see the great content that you create on a daily basis.
Thanks.
So is that your angle on how to promote it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a lot of different ways. You got to market in person, face to face, and then obviously you got to be even more dominant online. But this is something that obviously, you have to be in, Ritz-Carltons, Marriott's, golf courses, meeting managers, networking, and really it really took a lot of face-to-face, word of mouth to really get, obviously, kind of those upper echelon individuals to come on trips like these. Especially, in Miami, we're ending at the Trump International in Doral, which I think you might know, the Live Golf Tournament. They're finishing October 28th to 30th. So yeah, I mean, it really just takes a lot of hard work, a lot of just, making sure every single day you got 168 hours in a week, so you got to make every hour count. And that means just, putting forth strong work ethic to, make your business happen.
No, I love it. And you guys have done like such a unique experience that definitely those that see this content and what you have to offer gets exciting, because I was just going through some of the videos that you post about it. I'm like, damn, I really want to try this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have a favorite golf course?
Well, yes. I mean, personally for me, TPC Sawgrass up in Ponte Vedra, the Players Championship. I mean, I've been to, TPC, I've been to the Honda Classic, all of these tournaments. So to go and play the same hole, at Bay Hill, Arnold Palmer, or to play the 17th hole, par 3 at TPC. And, I did hit some in the water there because that's a tough one to
it's a tough one, yes. No, absolutely.
But yeah, I'd say TPC Sawgrass. I mean, every single time I go to that course, it's an unreal experience there.
Wow. No, for sure. And I really like what you mentioned about the relationships, right? Like those face-to-face meetings, because, you can promote as much as you want, but it's about building deep relationships. It's about really putting the formula together. And once you found out what the real formula will be, which is, as you mentioned, the courses, the hotels, the, restaurants, the private jets, all that, pillars for your business model. Once it was all working together, then you can start promoting it. Now, do you use a specific approach? Like I know influencer marketing became also very strong. Do you also do celebrity endorsement where you get a lot of the golfers to talk about it? What's a good approach do you do on that angle?
Oh, honestly, no. We've yet to really have, I guess you could say, some major celebrity endorsements, mainly just because it's just really finding golfers that see the vision, obviously, the price tag, and essentially that's not really their concern. Their concern is like, what does the experience look like? What am I going to gain from going on this trip? And again, like for me, over the past few years of just, doing marketing, really I realized by going to, the hotels, these resorts, just putting myself out there and having, great people around me that allowed me to, scale. I mean, ultimately, it's really just, you have to really spread yourself out accordingly. But yeah, I mean, I've done some influencer marketing, just really promoting at a lot of different golf courses as well, because really just we're tailoring this to that upper echelon golfer.
Right. Now, have you considered, instead of just hotels, to also place the experience in luxury homes?
No, I mean, the sky is the limit with this. I mean, I think for the next few years, I mean, our goal is really, about like 4 trips per year, but, we could even do 6 or 7 or, who knows. But, obviously, been very impressed with your work. I've followed a lot of your, content and so forth. And so, I mean,
thank you.
At the end of the day, the key is in collaboration.
Right. I agree. Collaboration is the name of the game.
Absolutely.
What's been the hardest thing for you, and what did you learn from it?
I mean, I would say, your mistakes don't define you. It's how you move past your mistakes. That's what defines you. So,
that's true.
Yeah, I mean, there's been lots of ups and downs over the years. I mean, I was born and raised up in Virginia, spent some time in Atlanta, Georgia, and then I've been in Florida since the beginning of 2018. And, it takes a lot of persistence and consistency. This is obviously, something I've been passionate about. Again, just been golfing since I was a kid. And yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, it's a marathon, not a sprint, and you got to play chess, not checkers. I mean, it takes a lot of, you know, perseverance and just, you know, really just understanding, knowing your goals and why, and what you need to implement every day, every week, and every year, you know, to ultimately scale your personal and business ventures.
I love it. I mean, right on. I mean, it's funny you mentioned marathon, not a sprint, because I actually just finished running a marathon. I do a marathon every Monday, and it kind of puts you in that mindset, that perspective of life. That life itself is a marathon, it's not a sprint. So it's about building that patience and consistency. And what you said right there also, it's good for people to realize that, okay, things are gonna not work perfectly. You're gonna have those mistakes, but it's passing those mistakes forward that is gonna shape and really turn your success into, you know, a legacy. And in this case, I like that you said about passion, because I do believe that when you create a business that fuels your passion, everything comes natural. And you are a golfer, you love golfing. So I can tell when you talk about the business how passionate you're about it. And that energy that comes from your passion becomes contagious and people want to be part of it. So, no, well done. I think it's a great business model, a beautiful trajectory ahead.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the kind words. I mean, it's you know, I think with entrepreneurship, I mean, this is really my third venture because as you said, like typically, you know, your business or your occupation often will fuel your passion, and then obviously you're able to scale that. But you know, it's a lot of people don't see the behind the scenes. You know, a lot of people don't see the endless emails and the constant phone calls and the Zoom calls and the back and forth or the negotiating. And, you know, that's really kind of been what's gone on ever since, I mean, you know, 2.5 years ago when everything in the world shifted. You know, you had to also shift your business, shift some of your, you know, processes and so forth. And, you know, for me, I kind of saw what was going on, and so I made sure I pivoted and adjusted accordingly. And you know, you kind of got to do that nowadays, just because, you know, just with, you know, the digital space is always changing and evolving, and so that applies to business. And so just you got to make sure you're always proactive and not reactive in business. You know.
Indeed, indeed. Now, the word luxury, you know, it comes in so many different shapes and forms, but what is it really for you?
I mean, I would say luxury to me, it's a mixture of your mindset and your actions and your vision. You know, ultimately, you know, it's all up here in the mind, right? If you can control your mind, power of your mind, your thoughts, you know, control your actions, and your actions can get you into that environment, whether it's, you know, lavish resorts, fancy exotic cars. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, you have the power to create your own reality. So I would say luxury to me is just, again, you're controlling your mind, to control your actions, to create that environment and that reality of a luxurious lifestyle.
I love that. You know, I've been asking this question to all of our guests, and it's the first time that I heard this. So it's pretty impactful and deep, because I do agree on the power of the mind. So tell me about mindset. Do you have like a specific routine in the morning that charges your mind, or how do you look at it?
Well, I mean, you know, well, it's funny. I moved to Brickell recently. I was pretty much traveling kind of nonstop since like about April, May of 2020. And so it's definitely a little bit more challenging to have that, you know, the $1 million morning or that solid routine when you are constantly on flights, you're checking in and out of hotels, you're going to meetings. But then obviously if you know, now that I'm here in Brickell, you know, really just making sure, you know, my priorities are in alignment. You know, for me, obviously, it's just kind of having that quiet time of 10, 15 minutes every morning, like right here on the balcony, just to really make sure that I'm rooted and grounded, and then obviously understand, you know, what my purpose is, what I need to attack every single day.
Fantastic. Well, it seems like it's working. So I wanted to wrap this up by asking you the last question, which is about takeaways. What are some things or one thing that you've learned throughout your career that's like, wow, this definitely changed my career?
I mean, really, it's just being, I call it the triple C's, you know, cool, calm, collected. And what I mean by that is you're always going to have that massive client presentation. You're going to have, again, like these golf tours, or, you know, when I've done some, you know, marketing or, you know, content productions, you have, you know, deadlines to meet, dates, times. And just over the years, you know, as you know, time always tells. And, you know, those big presentations or those big client meetings, and I'm like, oh, I really hope they send the wire, right? Just by remaining cool, calm, and collected, and just believing in yourself and your God-given abilities, that you know that you're there for a divine reason. And really, you know, I feel like over really this year even as well, I've just been able to really just kind of relax and be more at peace, because, you know, everything happens for a reason. And so it's like, if you're supposed to partner with that company or the corporation, or if you're supposed to do business, you know, it will be meant to be. And if not, then I guess there's a different, you know, path that, you know, you were meant to go down.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that. And well, I just wanted to thank you once again for sharing all these amazing insights on how your business is looking, how your mindset is looking, and everything that has made you so successful so far. So, I mean, I'm here in Miami as well, so definitely we need to catch up soon, and wanted to wish you all the best.
Yeah, you know, perhaps we could try to, you know, fit in 18 holes sometime.
Ooh, I love that. I'm ready. You tell me when, and let's do it.
Definitely.
All right, Chris. Well, thank you so much. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
No, I mean, again, I just really appreciate the invitation. It was an honor just, you know, being able to chat with you. And, you know, you really asked some very, you know, some very intellectual questions there. But, you know, again, I think, again, there's key in the collaboration, and just, you know, excited for, you know, for really what I'm about to embark on. But I know obviously you're embarking on some very colossal things as well. So I wish you all the best, and, you know, thank you again for taking out some time this morning. This was a great conversation with you.
Thank you, Chris. Looking forward to growing together and to see you where this is going to take. So all the best. Thanks again, and have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye,
Take
everybody.
care.
Thank you.